Hi, welcome to Divine Heart Fire Sacred Partnerships and Divine Union Within. My name is Vivian Moon. I'm a psychic reader and spiritual mentor, assisting others in finding inner peace and peace in their relationships. For this reading, we're looking into what are the blocks to union. This is part 2 of the 3-part saga that I am doing for the 1111 portal energies, which is something I forgot to mention in the last intro, but this is technically being filmed during the 1111 portal and is also going to be marked as a timeless reading afterward for you folks, but this technically does apply to the current energies. So if you're watching later, you might want to ask yourself too, what was happening in my life at that time that's still affecting me now, okay? So this is pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. You don't have to pick the same pile as you did if you watched the last reading. And if you just want to watch this reading, that's fine too. But you can find the link to actually the first reading in the series in the description of this video. So knowing that, you can go watch the first one if you want. And if you're not guided to, you can just watch this one. This is going to be a shadow work reading, so please don't bite my head off if I say something that triggers you. It's good to be triggered so that we can look at what needs to be healed. And so this reading is going to be a bit of shadow work. And in the next reading, we're going to be going a little bit deeper into how to heal these particular shadows that are blocking union. So yeah, pick pile 1, 2, or 3. And the timestamps will be in the description of the video. I will see you in your reading. Hey, pile 1. So I really feel like since this pile just has a light worker vibe because of the timestamp being at 1:44 when I paused it, I feel like you might have a tendency to focus overly on the spiritual and in manifestation and in maybe on your vibration and less on the physical. It might be too that you wish for your partner to be more in this vibration with you, and the feelings around that are difficult to maintain. So we're gonna roll dice for this. Okay, so we have 3, which is the goddess energy, divine feminine energy. It's like your energy, it might be pretty on point right now, like very in alignment with Gaia and just overall Empress goddess energy. And then your person over here is a 10 in reverse, so the wheel reverse, karmic energy, and so there might be third parties, karmic parties, and I think one of the shadows that might be existing here is that as a light worker, you might feel like very unaccepted by the world and by your person, and feel like you need to be less spiritual or something, or you feel like your partner wants you to be less spiritual for them to love you. But I'm hearing that that is definitely not true, and it's an illusion, and that is part of what we're going to look into in this reading. They want me to do divine masculine first. See, so we have the star, we have the Knight of Swords, and we have 3 of Wands. So this is star in reverse energy. Star in reverse is like a lack of faith. So they might be really overly logical. They could be a Gemini or other air sign. Probably not an Aquarius, because Aquarians usually have this energy. Maybe they have some tendency towards Aquarius, though, like Aquarius, Gemini, Venus in Aquarius, North Node in Aquarius. Some kind of Aquarian energy in their chart, but not as a personal, maybe not as a personal planet, or like they could have Saturn in Aquarius. Like they could have some Aquarian energy, and thus they appreciate you, because see how this knight is going towards the star? It's like they can't make sense, they can't make top and bottom from this situation because it's not their usual let's look at what is this karma. See, their karma is the spirit world. Part of their karma is being scared of the high priestess energy in the spirit world, but it's like you scare them, but you turn them on. And it's like, with this 3 of Wands, though, it could also be third parties. Yes. Okay, we have 18. So the third party could be their mom, because that's the moon. 3, yeah, Empress. So some of them, it's their mom. And for others, it's an ex-wife or a very, very committed ex-partner. Okay. Okay, so let's look at what we have for divine feminine. See, you have this Aquarius, Uranus, I should say, excuse me, energy here, and like with this material plane stuff, like you're coming out of a spiritual poverty of not feeling connected to the material plane, accepted in the material plane, feeling left out in the cold, because some of you were raised in church setting too, which sucks. Oh my god. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to sympathize. I'm not trying to keep you in this energy, right? Because you're coming out of this. You're maybe even stepping into forgiveness for these people and understanding these people, but one of the things you're still doing is looking for validation from this energy of the logical-minded, atheistic kind of sort of energy, right? And if you weren't born in a church setting or raised in a church setting, you might have had spiritual parents. The tower, though, it just says you're such a catalyst. You kind of blow people's minds, and that is a good thing. And we want to roll the dice for that, okay? Yeah, 15 reverse, you're a liberator. You're a liberator, and you see that as a bad thing, or you see it as a reason why people abandon you, or something like that, and you're always waiting on maybe they're telling me to look at okay, yeah, see, righteous blow and luminous bond. So this is your person. This is you. You were the righteous blow, and what does it say here? The Golgari believe they should be given what they deserve. On this we agree. So, this is about deservingness, too. Some of you have maybe a spiritual upbringing where they don't feel that it's okay to accept money for spiritual services. You might be a spiritual practitioner, some of you, not all of you. Others, you're looking to become this, but you don't feel like you have the right to. Righteous, right? So luminous bonds here, though, this is also feeling like maybe in past lifetimes there was witchcraft, okay, on the masculine, done by the feminine, I'm getting. We have ancient Egyptian energy here too. So for some of you, it is this connection to ancient Egypt and past lifetimes that need to be cleared via Akashic record clearing. Let's look at, yes, I'm like, okay, third eye. Oh my god. The Three of Wands again, take the lead. Just breathe in reverse. So shamanic breathwork will help you too to also unearth some of these emotions that want to be cleared around feeling valued, wanted, seen, heard, and not waiting on the person to awaken. Okay, because what I need you to understand is these people are awakening in their own time. Okay, they're awakening when they're meant to awaken. All of the masculines, all the light workers that are on this planet are awakening in this time frame that they. So if they need to go be in a karmic relationship with somebody who's maybe more basic or something, or maybe it's not even a relationship to a person as much as it is a lifestyle, because I'm not necessarily seeing other people in this spread for everyone, because it's just like, it's like both people want to be validated in their beliefs, and yet both also know that this connection is really intense and has another level to it. So I just feel like the faith aspect of things is what's really blocking. Like, and it might be that you need a deeper faith in yourself, in your spiritual self. 13 reverse. Yeah, the transformation hasn't happened around that yet. And it's because, why? This is if you're the divine feminine. I don't want to assume that no divine masculines are watching. I'm sorry. But we have 17 reverse and 7. So yeah, you still are holding on to inwardly, mentally, with your speech, with your actions, with your masculine energy. You're still clinging to, what if people don't believe me? What is 17? What if people don't believe me? What if people think I'm crazy? Gosh, I want to cry. I really want to cry at that, because I feel that too with this just breathe. It's a heart space block, and it's a third eye block. Okay, so it really is like dive into your spiritual practice in such a way that you haven't before, with so much compassion for yourself, and really seeing the value in that. Seeing how that alchemy is what's been led to gold. You have so much value, okay? And that is what you need to know so far in this pile. And if you are the divine masculine, I mean, I really doubt this divine masculine is watching, but just in case, you have value just the way you are. You don't need to be more spiritual. You don't need to awaken in any specific time frame. You will awaken when your soul awakens you, and it will be perfect. Okay, you're perfect just the way you are. So don't you ever fear that you're not awakening fast enough or doing enough spiritual work for this person that you love to come back into your life. Okay? And if you would like a personal reading with me, you can visit divineheartfire.com, and I will see you in the next part of this 3-part series. Pile 2. Pile 2. Oh, I'm just getting so much attitude for pile 2. I love pile 2. I don't know. It's like, because I just like, I wanted to, okay, this is what I heard. This is what came through my third eye and clairvoyance, or clairaudience, sorry. It was like, bitch, you thought. Bitch, you thought. So there's this attitude, there's this angry energy, there's this like, fuck you energy, there's this like, and really resentful maybe. And feeling taken for granted. They want me to pull this over. Haunted, dead. So you're a medium probably, or you're haunted by, it could be that you've seen people die and you're haunted by that. And it could be that you feel really misunderstood by that. All right, so that's just for some of you. But on another level, it's that you're haunted by the end of the relationship. I don't know how that ties into the original channel message, but we will see. It could have been like culturally that your people are very oppressed and you've seen a lot of your people die and you have a lot of resentment around that. So it's like a deep wound for some of you, okay? Okay, so see, this is what I mean. You have made the best out of the worst situations and you have built community around that if you're the divine feminine of this connection. The divine feminine here is an alchemist and a shaman with maybe a bit of a victim complex still, but not as much as you used to, because with this Page of Wands, you've made it into art, you've made it into, potentially a business that's starting or that you've had for a while, that you're starting to see more success with. It's just like, with this feminine energy, like, you are very good at looking at and unblocking yourself, actually. But with this inner child energy, I feel like, because some of you are Leo, some of you are Sag, some of you are Aquarius. This energy of community, it's like you might feel like nobody understands you. You might feel too that when you go around people and be with people, it's like you could see their spirit guides. You could see too much of other people and that freaks you out. 19. So again, it's also about your art. It could be that you feel like your art is too much for people. And how does this apply to your connection? We shall see. Okay. Oh, Anubis. Oh, my boy. Yeah, connection to the Egyptian Neteru and Anubis and shamanism is definitely here, but maybe feeling, like people, it could be a cultural thing for you. And feeling, with rancid rats, look, it says, the flavor text is, they're in the walls, can't you hear them? See, it's like you feel like people will never understand your experience because of how tapped in and tuned in you are. This is similar to pile 1, but I'm just getting way more of like a grid worker energy, where maybe the last one was more of a light worker energy, but this is still, like, you might have had a lot of past lives to transmute as well, so a lot of past life karma. Let's look at the other. They want me to look at the masculine first. Okay. So your masculine has a page 2. Your masculine is like not done with some third party shit, but I don't know what that is. I'm not saying it's a third person. The world, 18 reversed, 13. Yeah, this is just something that maybe already ended, something that was already done with, that's still residually in their field that they haven't worked through emotionally. Like, they could have experienced deaths too. It could have, both of you experienced a lot of deaths, and the masculine handled it differently, didn't heal really from it at all. Whereas they haven't healed from it. 8, so 8 is about power struggle. So yeah, feeling like the need for control is a thing with the masculine, a need for control, but also very much appearing on the outside like this, like, I'm just this nice little, and I don't want to say that the masculine is automatically a boy, but it's nice. It's like nice little boy energy. What do we got here? So for some, a third party, okay. Because we got 2 3 cards here. We got love as a block. Love as a block. Okay, the ultimate block. You guys, okay. I have to roll the dice for this. So on your side, Divine Feminine, or if you're the Divine Feminine watching, I'm sorry. Then on the Divine Feminine side, it's commitment. Wanting the masculine to commit. Wanting the masculine to be held down, tied down. This Piscean energy that came through. Is wishy-washy, and I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that. There's definitely water sign energy here, though. Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Probably not Cancer, but I am seeing this person is more into their, like, maybe their art or social scene, or their drinking, it could be drinking. With this Page of Cups, Temperance reverse, it could be that this person's really into drinking and partying and doing things that are not good for their heart and soul, but it's how they shove down this heartful pain, like, and maybe they have a hard time seeing the perspective of, why should I love? Why should I be committed? Why should I be tied down? Why should I be in a committed relationship? Because this person over here with this Three of Cups, like that partying energy, you're not so much into that anymore. Maybe you used to be, but now you're like shying away from that because, again, you see all of other people's stuff. I'm dressing the feminine like the feminine's the one watching, but okay, if you're the masculine watching, which I doubt, you need emotional healing more than anything. And let's look at these cards too, though. Share the love in reverse, and this was reach out, and it was in reverse, and I'm seeing both people want to reach out with 2 pages, or just share more if you're together, because some of you might actually be together, I'm getting, but it's just that you have a hard time communicating and sharing love and being kind to each other a lot of the time. There's a lot of resentment, and there's a lot of, like, fighting, and maybe this, like, because see these two, like, it could be pets too for some reason, like somehow pets are a block, or animals or children or something, like caring for young and family is a block. And it's just like the last thing I really want to say about this is that it's about fearing connection and commitment to the point where it's bypassing. So much bypassing is going on here, and it's because of the fear to connect, and this is due to loss. I really, really feel it's due to loss, and like somehow it's like either you've lost a lot of people along the way because they found out who you really are and they couldn't accept you, or deaths from past lives still haunting you. And yeah, so there's just this fear of connection on both sides. There's this fear of opening up the heart space on both sides. There is this fear of letting go of vices on both sides, and also almost like roles, right? Good guy, bad guy type roles. Yeah, there's also a fear of spirituality from the masculine side. And this is a fear of change from the feminine side. So it could be that you're afraid to let go because the one thing you might not trust about the universe is for the universe to bring this person back to you. It might be that you've had a rocky experience with being a spiritual person. So because of this, you're like, okay, I feel like I can fuck with certain parts of the universe, but other parts are not going to betray me. So connecting with more of your divine I am presence over here, all right, is going to be something that probably comes through in the healing reading. And then for the masculine over here, the healing needs to come from acknowledging emotions at all, and that things are really over, and like grieving rather than pretending like everything's okay and that they have nothing to work on. Okay. And then the feminine dropping resentment for that, because we all do our healing when we're meant to, in divine timing. So there is a divine timing aspect to when this person heals, and I do feel like it has to do with collective timelines and past life karma being cleared. So that's something I'll go over in the next reading. And yeah, thanks very much for watching. I'll put the link for the next reading in the description. And if you would like a personal reading, you can visit www.divineheartfire.com. Blessed be. Hey, Pile 3. So what came through in my clairaudience just now was like a scream that sounded like a really... like it was fear that feels like, you know, in the old cartoons where there's a mouse and the woman jumps up on the chair and just kind of like screams in a really high-pitched scream. That's just kind of what I'm getting. And I'm getting that it's like maybe possibly this is representing unfounded fears, or fears that are very just like paranoia. I'm just getting an energy of like scared of like all these little details, because mice, right, in the vision, it represents details. And really like micromanaging the whole thing, like micromanaging this whole, instead of like being able to let go and realize like, okay, everything's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be okay. They want me to look at the general energies first. All right. So we have rebuild, daydreams and decisions, seek the truth in reverse, rest and reconsider. So some of you are afraid that the truth, the real truth, is that you're not meant to be together and that you can't rebuild. And it is due to this confusion. It might be that you have a lot of spiritual confusion. And like I was saying, with all these details, with Nine of Swords reversed, it is definitely like not being able to find the truth in any of it. Like, what the hell is this twin flame shit anyway? Is this even real? Am I just like crazy? Oh my god, who are these people making these videos? Why are they always telling me that my person's gonna call me and they don't? You know, so they want me to roll my dice. 9 reversed, 5 reversed. So yeah, with 5 reversed, it is not necessarily accepting this relationship for what it is. And the information that you find about it. And it's just, it's like maybe your person too is somehow very much afraid of the connection the way it is. And this makes you feel like, well, what's the point? What's the point, Spirit? Ooh, okay. So there's reasons for you guys to be questioning spirituality that feel really, really deep. It's not, your fears are not irrational. Okay, this is what I'm being told. And I'm not saying that there is something to be scared of. I'm saying your soul has been through difficult times and possibly faced persecution for spirituality in past lifetimes. Okay, with twins, yeah, past lifetimes do matter. And yeah, it's like you've been the rebel. You might have even been the person who was hired to assassinate or to be a soldier. And yeah, I'm just getting that, like, either somebody assassinated you in a past lifetime, they wanted you dead because of your spirituality. Some of you have been, through the witch trials. Some of you were in, wars that were like religious wars. And others, it's like feeling this, like you need to be a hero, save the world for New Earth and all this. Because look, this is where I got the idea for these readings, is because of these cards, these Saga cards. So let's look at the Saga. Let's look what it says. Each opponent sacrifices a creature, planeswalker. So there was a lot of sacrifice, perhaps in your relationship currently or in past lives. Each opponent draws a card. So this is where this is where we're at right now. You're trying to figure things out, right? With drawing cards. Like maybe you might be doing a lot of tarot readings or watching a lot of big card readings, just trying to figure out what the fuck is this shit. Put target creature or planeswalker card from your graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. So a lot of this has to do with control. Little things that are out of your control. Big things that are out of your just control is a part of this here. And fear of being controlled in the spiritual realms by perhaps like, the reptilian races for some of you, or like really asking questions about that. But this borrowed malevolence, this is about feeling like I didn't do it. Wasn't me. And this is, you're the hero. Everybody else is the bad guy, but no. We're all one big giant organism, okay? And because the universe is infinite, all truths are true. Okay? All truths are true. And it is. What stories do you want to believe? Okay, look, some of these cards came through in the last reading, but we have 5 of Swords, Hanged Man reverse, Page of Pentacles, Ace of Cups reverse, King of Cups reverse. Alright, so Divine Feminine is blocked by abandonment issues. Hangman, again, this might have been witch trials or being burned at the stake, really sensing that, or hangings, literal hangings in past lives. I don't know, maybe current life. That for some of you, that's a very select view. But we have Ace of Cups reversed. Like, I feel like you have this sense of just not, like, this feels like bewilderment to me. Like, okay, why do people constantly leave my life for no good reason? Like, I haven't done anything, and it might be this like feeling that there is just something inherently wrong with you. I'm getting. But it's like with Ace of Cups reverse and King of Cups reverse, it is also being like it, because this is the Tower, like the source of Tower moments, like a shadow magnet. Like I'm getting shadow magnet and empath for this person here, and so much emotional confusion due to constantly absorbing other people's energy. Okay, so that might be a thing. Energy clearing for some of you needs to be done. And yeah, with Page of Pentacles, it's financial stuff too. But okay, but this person, it is in sharing love and resources. And they are also in this, they're in their emotions, but they block that. They block it because with the Sun in reverse, it's about depression. So they're depressed. They want to offer these things, but they're depressed, and they think that the other person is not going to understand why they haven't done this yet. And also maybe their past is haunting them. Well, so overall, I'm getting this energy that these people need time to figure out themselves and who they are to offer that. And the confusion for them is just about who they are. The masculine. And for the feminine, it's the confusion is like, why do people always leave me? Why am I not being offered this love? Why do people get angry at me for no reason? And I really just feel a lot of like really intense past lives that maybe, I don't know if this is playing out in your current life, but with the Tower, I'm guessing it is. Like these same kind of scenarios that aren't like as intense, but it's the same kind of vibration of like people persecuting you for no reason. It almost seems like they're just looking straight into your soul, and you have to be the good guy in that situation. So it feels like, too, tying this in, backing up all of this makes you feel crazy. It makes you feel like, how do I even explain this karma, like, of what people bullying me and leaving me behind for literally no reason? And it is this past life karma. It's like this under the surface thing. And for some of you, this happened in childhood too, of just people just dipping out for really no reason. This person might have ghosted you. I'm sensing this person could have ghosted you, and that really mirrored this. If you are the divine feminine watching, if you are the masculine watching, it was too intense over here. All of that was too intense and confusing. And I think your person really tried to, if you're the masculine, really tried to honor where you're at and who you are. But there was just so much confusion over what the fuck. I don't even know if I can believe. How can I believe you if I can't even believe in myself? So a lot of it is just about like the advice and the guidance will come to you in divine timing. That's what I'm getting. It's like time will heal this connection, because in time you will sort through all the confusion. It says rest and reconsider in reverse. You need to rest and maybe clear your mind, because it's too much mental energy. It's too much looking at details and like fretting over details when really the vibration is the only thing that matters here. Because yeah, we have karma over here for the feminine. Your karma is being corrected. Your karma is being righted, and just know that none of this is your fault, your human's fault. You came in to heal this human. And so yeah, in the next reading we'll be talking about how you're going to heal this past life karma. Okay, and then for the masculine, it's just in finding their sense of self so they can feel like they have something to offer. They might actually even think that the feminine is really awesome and feel like they don't have anything to offer, but they do. They're amazing too. They haven't figured this out. And again, they might be this past life persecution that they haven't even realized is there. So yeah, for those of you who are still questioning that, twin flames are real, yo. And yeah, twin flames are real. Sorry, we got cut off. But yeah, I want to say, lastly, for this group, that you're dealing with like blocks that are very much about your sense of self. And that is what I'm just seeing here, is it's the solar plexus chakra for so many of you. And feeling like, if I offer myself, if I put myself out there, if I extend any kind of invitation, or if I share my beliefs, if I share who I am, if I share my thoughts and my heart and my emotions, I will be smacked down, abandoned, persecuted, and it just feels like such a huge risk. Like, I feel like for this group, taking risks would be a good idea for both people. And I'm saying calculated risks, all right? I'm not saying like really like illogical stuff. You can still be logical and spiritual at the same time, okay? Like there is a spiritual logic, which is, again, all truths are true because of an infinite universe. You know, everything is everything. There is nothing that does not exist, in my opinion. And that means you can believe in whatever you want, and truth is only what you align with. So let your truth about the situation be what feels good. In the next reading, you will also discover ways to implement that. How to do what feels good for you without feeling like you're going to get torn down, oppressed, burned at the stake, shut out of places, kicked out, 86. Like, you will eventually find this place where you find your sense of self and appreciate that sense of self and approve that sense of self. You will find a place where that is accepted and loved. Okay? I'm letting you know. Also, if you want a personal reading, you can visit www.divineheartfire.com. I will see you in the next part of this series.